Hello, welcome back to Bookish.Taylor. I am Taylor, and today I'm here to bring you my November TBR. So let's just go ahead and dive on in. So I decided to participate in Readathin because I was coming back into reading. I haven't really been reading actively for the last, it's been off and on since about June, but I found myself in September and October not really reading much. And I'm done. I have too many things that I want to do for me to just be in a slump in general. So I decided, I was like, okay, it's November, Readathin's happening. I'm going to hop on that train. I normally don't participate, but this is just a real quick month-long readathon that I thought I could just, use this to get myself out of this slump. And so that's what I'm doing. So it is hosted by 2 Instagram users. One is ACourtOfBooksAndLove. 2 is Jessica Marie 493. And it runs, like I said, it's a month long. So it runs from the 1st to the 30th. And there are, I believe, 7 challenges. Yeah, there are 7 challenges. And I have 5 books because I'm doubling up on a couple. So first challenge is to read a backlist 2019 release. So what I'm assuming is this is a book that was released in the first half of the year. So I went with Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. It was obviously a book of the month pick. One month I actually just went ahead and got all of the Riley Sager books. My best friend Chelsea read this and she really enjoyed it. She listened to the audiobook and said it was really creepy. I physically read this. Creepy. And it was really creepy. The ending, I just did not expect. But this is about a girl by the name of Jules. And she sees an ad in a paper to be an apartment sitter at this big, luxurious apartment building in New York. And she ends up getting chosen. But things are a little weird. And weird things start happening. She makes friends with the girl who lives beneath her by the name of Ingrid, and Ingrid goes missing. And so this is Jules trying to figure out what has happened to Ingrid, and it was creepy. I've never read a book like this before because I'm a huge chicken, but I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read the other 2 Riley Sager books that I have. Challenge number 2 is to read a thin book, and I'm going to go with Keeping Her by Cora Cormack. This is a very small book. This is a novella for the Losing It trilogy standalone series kind of deal that Cora Cormack put out. I read Losing It last year. Either last year or earlier this year. And this is the novella that follows that. And I figured this would be perfect. So challenge number 3 is to continue a series. And I am going to go with Kingsmain by Claire Legrand. Last year I read Furyborn, which was the first of this trilogy, and I absolutely loved it. It was an easy 5 out of 5. And I recently picked this up, and it is a chunker. I did not realize it was so large. But I do end up having the audiobook for this, and I'm really excited because I was super duper intrigued by the way that Furyborn ended. So I'm really excited to get back into this world. Challenge number 4 is to read a new to you author. And I got the opportunity to read The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. I have never read a Kiersten White book. I have a handful of her books on my shelf. I'm really interested to get to this one, but it takes place in the Arthurian times. So this is kind of like a retelling of a Guinevere story. My review is going to be up on this on the blog within the next couple of days. It did just come out today, and I was lucky enough to get an arc to finish in order to read and review. Challenge number 5 is read a spooky book that you didn't get to in October, and I chose Lock Every Door. I actually started this at the end of November, but I finished over 50% of it in November, so I'm counting it in November. Challenge number 6 is to read a book with a fall themed or fall colors on the cover. And I'm going to go with Perfectly Preventable Death by Deirdre Sullivan. I'm not really sure what this is about. I saw it on Chelsea Palmer's channel. She did a haul. I believe it was her birthday haul, and she picked up this book, but look at it. Look at how, just look how beautiful it is. Oh, it's so me. I believe it's like a witchy novel. This is the novel the Sabrina reboot wishes it could be. So I am really intrigued to read this. It seems very witchy, very spooky. So I'm actually really excited to read this. And then the last challenge is to read the most recently acquired book on your TBR. This was the most recently acquired book. I got it I think I got approved for it last week. This is my most recently acquired book on my TBR. Okay, so to hurry up and finish this before the lighting gets too atrocious, Tome Topple runs a couple times a year, and it is a 2-week readathon where you read books that are over 500 pages. And it's hosted by Sam at Thoughts on Tomes and a bunch of her friends, but it's a 2-week readathon. You don't really have to do challenges, but if it's easier to pick books to read, there are a handful of challenges, and challenge number 1 is to read more than 1 tome. Challenge number 2 is to read the tome that has been sitting on your shelf the longest. And I'm going to go with Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. This ends up clocking in at just under 600 pages, and this has been on my shelf for so long. I remember reading A Discovery of Witches a few years ago, and when I finished that, I immediately picked up Shadow of Night, but I never read it. So this is going to be the time that I get to it. I can't wait. I know that Discovery of Witches is on Sundance right now streaming, so I'd like to read the trilogy before I watch that. I do actually have all 3 books, so that's a plus. But yeah, I do hope to get to Shadow of Night at some point during those 2 weeks. Challenge number 3 is to read a book that's part of a series, and I'm going to start Kingsbane during this time. And like I said, I have it on audiobook, so this will probably be one of the 2 audiobooks that I listen to. Challenge number 4 is to read a tome in a genre that you wouldn't usually read. While I don't go out of my way to read classics, I have them, and I have a handful that I need to get to. One of them being Wuthering Heights by, this is Emily Bronte. So I have started this a long time ago, but I have the audiobook, and I am just actually going to restart it, and this will be another one of my audiobooks. And then the last challenge is to read an adult novel, and I'm going to go with Shadow of Night as well. This is marketed more towards adult than it is for young adult or anything like that, so this is perfect for that challenge. Here are the 7 books that I would like to get to this month. We shall see how I do. I've already finished 2 books, and I plan on finishing a 3rd tonight, so that'll be a bonus. I think the majority of my reading will be done during Tome Topple, so that's exciting. Let me know what book you are most excited to get to this month. Just let me know down in the comments below. Look forward to more videos from me once I get it figured out, what I want to do, how I want to do this. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!